Hi everybody, I'm Ashley. I just want to talk to you guys about how hard it was for me to get over being molested, but it is possible, and even if it sounds impossible to you, it's also possible to forgive the person and even end up loving them after they molested you. I was about 5 when I started getting molested, and it was by my cousin. And a long story short, he molested me for about 2 years, almost every night. My sister was next to us, like we had beds that were right apart. They were bunk beds that were apart, and he would sometimes take me up into his room, and the first thing he ever told me was that if I ever told anybody, that it would ruin my family. And it's an emotional thing to talk about. I'm sorry if I'm getting upset, but what he told me ended up coming true. Because it took me years to tell somebody, and he stopped molesting me when I was about, I think I was in 5th grade or 6th grade, and he came over to babysit. We'd moved out, and every time he would molest me, it was always to babysit when my parents left, and I would always scream and tell my parents no, and they would let him watch me. So he ended up trying to molest me, and I ran to my neighbor's house and told him never touch me again, and kind of blacked out. It's hard for me to remember past then. He ended up going to jail for molesting his own children. They did an investigation. I told people I was molested when I was, I think, 7th or 8th grade, and it was my parents. I didn't go for a long time without telling my grandfather or my family members, and what made me snap was my family took us to a Christmas holiday thing, and I just had my son Jacob, and Gabriel and John was there, and he was around my kids, and the emotions that I went through, I wanted to kill him if he went towards my kid, and I just went into a room and snapped and told my cousin Bo and told him to keep John away from him. And this man that molested me, John, I'm not going to mention his last name, he is in the system. He is in jail for doing stuff to his own child, and it took me a long time to forgive him. I even went through a stage where I literally wanted to kill him when he was around my kids, and that was the worst feeling to feel, and to feel guilty for something that you're not doing is even worse. So it is capable to forgive, and let's just say I had to forgive him to be able to succeed in my life and be happy with myself, because he molested me for such a long time. It took over my body, and it started making me sick, and I had 10 surgeries, I've had 10 surgeries, and all that negative energy that I was carrying around was from being molested, and I had to come to realization that I needed to forgive him and love him, because he's my family, and he did what he did, and it sucks, but his karma came back. He's in jail, and he's dealing with it. So for those of you that are going through anything that has to do with molestation, don't be afraid to speak up, because it's not worth keeping it in and holding it in, because the longer you hold it in, the guiltier you feel, and it's not something that I would ever want you to go through. So if you have anything that you want to talk to me about, I'm always available on Facebook. You can look underneath my video and click on my link. I'm always willing to help you, so just keep that in mind. Thanks for watching this, and I hope that it helps you. Bye.